Alright, welcome to another video. It's pretty early in the morning, so sorry if everything's a bit buggy, or not buggy, but if I sound kind of tired or something, or if it's hard to hear. It's, as you can see, it's currently just freaking like 8:13. I usually don't wake up like that, but who cares? I'm gonna show you how to draw. Yeah, drawing over sleep, way better. Let's go. So, something I personally use is a software called 3D Paint. I've been familiar with it for a very long time, and I just almost know everything. So, the first thing I would do, so it doesn't blind your eyes and so the background can be transparent, is basically you just press this canvas button on the top of your screen, and you press transparent canvas, and you can still move it around and all of that. Just that now you can draw on it. So it makes everything way easier to do. But you're here to learn how to draw something, so I will do that. But just make sure not to go too fast with this pen, because as you can see, the slower you go, thinner it is. Faster you go, the thicker it is. That pen, with pencil, not really, but excuse me. It will show you how to draw my profile picture, just any simple character. So first, you're going to want to start with just a shape, like just any shape. It doesn't matter if you go to here and use it. I guess for this tutorial, I will. You can even use these, which I'll make a tutorial on in the future. But basically, you can just move these things around. It's pretty neat. But for this tutorial, I will just use all of the things without using that. So I'm using shapes from here. Now, once you have your shape of your choice, what I would recommend for eyes, put them on either side, so either that side or this side. And you might be, and I can make further tutorials on almost any art style, but maybe you should make your eyes a bit bigger and maybe a bit bold, sort of like that. And you can paste it. You can even make it look towards the camera if you want, but I'll be making it look towards the side. And if you want it to look like stressed or worried, you can get any shade of purple or blue, like in between. So right here, it's gonna be on the menu right here. In between these two shades, I'd recommend doing purple though. Just on the side, you draw a line straight down. Make sure one is just make one any size, but make the middle one longer than the last one in between the two. So kind of like that. And you might be wondering, hey, I want to make a cool mouth. So usually I do it on this side, but on this tutorial I need to do it on this side. So I'd recommend doing kind of like a smirk because it always looks good on any drawing. Kind of drop it down like this, and you already have some mouth looking thing. So you could basically just kind of go like this. Or even you can shade it in a bit. Honestly, I'm not going to do that right now, but you could do that. Or you can complete it. You can even just make it look like that too, and add a little tongue at the bottom. Honestly, I usually just do this or this, but you can do whatever. Now what you've done, you can choose a shade. Usually what works best is white, and if you want any shade for white, or if you have already drawn and you see something, it's going to be like more straight, which you might not want, because you want it to look like kind of like this where shadow and drop line is, however you say it. Anyways, just retrace them. These don't matter as much, but if you ever do want a shade in white, use this pink color right here. It can just somewhere around this. It could even be a bit darker like this, so I'd recommend this. So I will send this exact same color in the description of the video, or you could copy it down. But I'd recommend using that one. And I'm gonna save it real quick so I can use it for later. So then, don't just kind of go like that. Although that does work, what you should do is kind of make this bean-like shape. Honestly, that wasn't the best one. Like more like this. You see, that looks more like a character. And I can always go more in depth. I'm pretty sure comments will be enabled, so you can always comment what you need help with, and I will try to reply as soon as possible. with what you guys need. Now, there's two options I would normally do. It's either a scarf or it's just a simple two-line neck. So everyone knows how to draw just two lines. So you could do that, put them close together, yada yada. But I guess for this tutorial, I will, and in the next one. Actually, wait. I can make a separate one and show you. So I copy and paste that. I'll show you how to do the scarf real quick. I'd recommend using a red color because it's kind of the main color for any scarf. So you kind of fold in like that. Go back and do this. You can already see the scarf starting the form. And then you just kind of droop it down like it's going over a shoulder. And make a sharp turn and bring it back up. That's a scarf. You could shade it in with red or even a color that kind of looks like this. And you can kind of do that from there. And if you wanted to shade something like this, but there's a line in between, I'd recommend just doing the line you want, then back it up a little bit so it looks realistic. So sort of like that. That's how you would draw the scarf. But to make things easier, it definitely is easier to draw everything with the neck. So this tutorial, like I said, I'm going to be using these. So I'm not doing anything weird or goofy. Alright, so that's going to be the neck. It's a bit big, so I will erase part of it with the eraser. So now what you do, I'd recommend either you go like this, or diagonal. I usually do diagonal, so that's what I will be doing. Pixels are a bit too big, so I might change it throughout. So diagonal, and then a diagonal line. So now once you have this sort of outline where it kind of shows everything, like, yeah, look, it's a little boy, all of that. So right here you could basically just draw a necklace or anything, but if you want to draw the full body, then I'll show you how to do that. So then you kind of go down, and if you want one for a pocket, you would curve it in like that. And for this next one, you just make it go straight down, or you could put them both in the pocket. But anyways, back to here, it might look a bit weird. So what you could do, you could either just keep it looking like this, which honestly, not the worst, not the best, but I would draw something like this on the outer side and draw a little curve for the pocket. It might be wondering, now what do I do with this arm? I'd recommend maybe stretching it out a little bit at the end. So this will teach you or show you how to draw hands. It's really simple actually. So for the thumb, you do this, basically just half a circle, and you go up, do an oval. Alright, I'm back, sorry about that, but that's basically just how you draw that simple hand. Now basically just do that, and the trick I usually use is don't draw on the outside, make sure the thumb is pointing towards the face like that. So I will zoom in, and now draw the hand. Alright, and just to make sure nothing happens, draw a line here, from there. Now you can fill in the shirt with whatever color you want. I'm going to be using red, because it's one of my favorite colors. I can see there's some sort of... What was that noise? I'm not sure if you guys heard that, but there's just a gigantic noise out of my room. But anyways, that's that. And if you want to make pants, kind of just kind of do this. Mine are a bit short because there's not a lot of room. But what you would do, you would make a line go down. And if you want a cartoony style, you'd go down and kind of make a little foot here. Till you find just the right one that matches you. That looks good. So you would either go up, you could either add a line and make the next leg, or what you could do, you can kind of just make the next leg on its own. But if this is a bit sloppy, but if these two kind of cross over each other, erase it. So it looks like one's over the other. Sort of like that. And that's basically just how you make a cartoony guy. And Now I'll show you how to do it with the scarf, because that's probably what you've been waiting for. It's basically almost the same, so right here, you almost just draw down, almost, and I'd recommend making it kind of a bit bold, so sort of like this. Sort of like that. Then you can draw the hands from there. Make sure all the thumbs are pointing towards the middle. So see, this one's closer to the face, but if the thumb was right here, it'd be pointing outwards. You don't want that. Please draw the thumb. That looked terrible. Draw the thumb and hand. There's your little boy. And you can even add eyebrows if you want. I would recommend adding usually a little curve to them, but you could do whatever you want. But if it interlaps like this with the other one, I'd recommend doing just like a different color, for example, red, so it kind of looks like an X-ray. Or even white, which is the color of the skin tone, or the color of the drawing, so it just kind of makes it look like more popping out, I would say. But if you wanted to fix it, then you can kind of just do that. Although, it's not enough pixels. Oh no, why is it still white? I set it to black. There we go. So now you can sort of see it like that. It's kind of X-ray. X-ray vision. Dope. Anyways, that's how you do it. So, I hope this tutorial helped you with drawing cartoon characters. So, oh no, why can't it be a name? Boys. So, I hope this tutorial helps you with whatever you want to draw, just anything in general. And have a good one.